All right, listen up. If you're facing battles right now, if life feels like it's pushing you down, testing you, stretching you to your limits, I need you to hear me. There's a reason for it. It's not random. It's not pointless. You are not stuck. You are being shaped. I know it's hard. I know you're tired. And I know there's a part of you wondering if you even have the strength to keep going. But what if, just what if, this battle is actually preparing you for something bigger? What if this struggle is the exact thing you need to step into your purpose? Because let me tell you something, nothing you go through is wasted. Not the pain, not the setbacks, not even the moments where you feel like you're losing. There is something in this for you. And today, we're going to talk about how to shift your mindset, find that purpose, and step up. Because you are not meant to stay in this battle. You are meant to come out stronger. Let's go. Think about the hardest moments you've faced. The ones that knocked the wind out of you, left you questioning everything, and made you wonder if you'd ever find your way through. In those moments, it's easy to believe that life is just unfair, that you're being punished, or that you're simply unlucky. But what if you're wrong? What if, instead of being meaningless struggles, these battles are actually part of something bigger? Something designed to shape you, strengthen you, and push you toward the purpose you were meant to fulfill? Every challenge we face carries a lesson, even if we don't see it in the moment. Think about the most resilient, successful, and impactful people you know. They didn't get there by avoiding hardship. They got there because of it. They learned to take what was meant to break them and use it to build themselves up. The same is true for you. Whatever you're facing right now, it's not a roadblock, it's a stepping stone. The pain, the setbacks, the frustration, it's all preparing you for something greater. The problem is, we don't always recognize purpose when we're in the middle of the battle. We think that because we don't see a clear reason for our suffering, there must not be one. But purpose isn't always obvious. Sometimes it's revealed in hindsight when we look back and realize that the very thing we thought would destroy us actually made us stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what was ahead. The struggle refines us. It strips away our doubts, our fears, and our excuses, forcing us to grow in ways we never would have if life had been easy. Consider how a diamond is formed. It doesn't start as a beautiful, polished stone. It begins as a rough, unremarkable piece of carbon. Only under intense heat and pressure does it transform into something valuable. The same principle applies to you. Without pressure, without adversity, without moments that test you, you remain the same. But when you embrace the process, when you understand that your struggles are refining you, not breaking you, you begin to see them differently. This is where the shift happens. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is this teaching me? Instead of seeing the battle as something unfair, see it as something necessary. Necessary for your growth, necessary for your strength, necessary for you to step into the purpose that was meant for you. Because the truth is, if you were never challenged, you would never change. People who fulfill their purpose in life aren't the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who refused to quit when things got hard. They're the ones who saw obstacles as opportunities, who chose to believe that their struggles were shaping them instead of destroying them. You are that person too. You have the strength to face whatever is in front of you. You have the power to take this battle and turn it into fuel for your future. So if you're in the middle of a fight right now, whether it's in your relationships, your career, your health, or just within yourself, know this: there is purpose in it. It might not make sense today. It might feel unfair, painful, even unbearable. But one day you will look back and understand exactly why you had to go through it. And when that day comes, you'll realize that this battle didn't break you. It built you. Pain is one of the greatest teachers in life, yet most of us do everything we can to avoid it. We see pain as something negative, something unfair, something we shouldn't have to go through. But the truth is, pain is not punishment, it's preparation. Every difficulty, every loss, every moment of struggle is shaping you for something greater. The problem is, we don't see it that way when we're in the middle of it. When life hurts, it's easy to feel like we're being punished or abandoned. It's easy to believe that we must have done something wrong, that we're not good enough, or that things will never change. But that's just the pain talking. Pain has a way of distorting our perspective, making us believe lies about ourselves and our future. It tells us we're stuck, that we're weak, that we're not capable of handling what's in front of us. And if you take a step back, if you refuse to let the pain control your thoughts, you'll see that it's actually working in your favor. It's preparing you, refining you, and forcing you to grow into the person you need to become for what's ahead. There is no growth without discomfort. There is no strength without struggle. And there is no purpose without pain. Think about anyone who has achieved something meaningful in life, whether it's an athlete, an entrepreneur, a leader, or someone who has overcome personal hardship. They all have something in common. They didn't get there without pain. The moments that tested them, that broke them down, that made them question everything, those were the moments that prepared them. Without the struggle, they wouldn't have developed the resilience, discipline, or wisdom needed to step into their calling. You are no different. When you go through pain, you have two choices. You can let it define you, or you can let it refine you. Too many people get stuck in their pain. They let it become their identity, their excuse, their reason for giving up. But the ones who rise, the ones who turn pain into power, are the ones who refuse to let it break them. They recognize that pain is not the enemy, it's the training ground. It's the place where real transformation happens. Look at the process of building muscle. If you go to the gym and lift weights, what's happening at a microscopic level? You're literally tearing your muscle fibers apart. It's painful. But in response to that stress, your body repairs those fibers, making them stronger and more resilient. Without the pain, there's no progress. Without the breakdown, there's no breakthrough. The same applies to life. When you go through hardships, when you feel like everything is falling apart, it's not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your transformation. But here's the thing. Pain only prepares you if you allow it to. You have to make the decision to grow through what you go through. That means shifting your perspective. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is this preparing me for? Instead of seeing pain as something unfair, see it as something necessary. Necessary for your strength, necessary for your wisdom, necessary for you to become the person you were meant to be. The most powerful people in the world are not the ones who never struggled. They are the ones who struggled but chose to rise. They didn't let their pain define them. They let it fuel them. And that's what you have to do. Whatever you're facing right now, no matter how difficult or unfair it seems, trust that it's not here to break you. It's here to build you. It's not here to punish you. It's here to prepare you. One day, you'll look back on this season of your life and realize that it wasn't the end, it was the beginning of something greater. The pain you're feeling today is the foundation of your strength tomorrow. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of suffering is shaping you in ways you can't even see yet. But when the time comes, when you step into your purpose, you'll understand. You'll see that every painful experience was necessary. So don't give up. Don't let the pain convince you that you're not strong enough or that you're not meant for more. You are. And this pain, it's not here to destroy you. It's here to prepare you for something far greater than you can imagine. Keep going. The way you see your battle determines how you fight it. If you see yourself as a victim, you will act like one. If you believe you are powerless, you will stay stuck. But if you shift your mindset, if you choose to see your struggle as something that can work for you instead of against you, everything changes. Your battle is not just about what's happening around you. It's about how you think about it. And the moment you decide to change the way you see your challenges, you take back your power. Most people go through hard times and let their circumstances dictate their actions. They wait for things to get better before they feel better. They believe that if life is unfair, then they are destined to suffer. But that's a trap. That kind of thinking keeps you stuck. It convinces you that you have no control, that your only option is to endure rather than overcome. But what if that's not true? What if the way you think about your struggle is actually the thing that's keeping you in it? Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It can either work for you or against you. And in moments of hardship, the way you use your mind will determine whether you stay down or rise up. If you tell yourself that your battle is impossible, that there's no way out, that you're not strong enough, you will believe it. And when you believe it, you will act on it. But if you decide to think differently, if you shift your mindset to see this challenge as an opportunity to grow, to prove your strength, to discover a new version of yourself, then suddenly your battle becomes a training ground instead of a punishment. Perspective is everything. Two people can go through the exact same hardship, yet come out of it with completely different outcomes. One person becomes bitter, angry, and stuck in their pain. The other person becomes wiser, stronger, and more determined. The difference isn't in what happened to them, it's in how they chose to think about it. The way you interpret your battle is what shapes your experience of it. If you believe that this struggle is here to break you, it will. But if you believe that this struggle is here to build you, it will do that too. There's a reason why the strongest people you know have been through the hardest battles. They weren't handed an easier life. They weren't given more opportunities than you. They simply chose to see their pain differently. They refused to let their struggles define them in a negative way. Instead, they decided to use them. They made the choice to see their hardships as lessons instead of punishments, as stepping stones instead of roadblocks. And that one decision, shifting their mindset, changed everything. You have the same choice. You can keep looking at your battle as something unfair, something you wish would go away, something that makes you feel like a victim. Or you can take control of your thoughts and start asking, how is this making me stronger? What is this teaching me? How can I grow through this instead of just going through it? The moment you start asking better questions, you get better answers. The moment you stop focusing on what's wrong and start focusing on how you can grow, you take your power back. This shift in mindset doesn't mean your struggle will disappear overnight. It doesn't mean everything will suddenly become easy, but what it does mean is that you will stop being controlled by your circumstances. You will stop waiting for things to get better before you take action. You will stop believing that your battle is something happening to you and start realizing it's something happening for you. That's the difference between staying stuck and moving forward. That's the difference between barely surviving and truly overcoming. The truth is, you are stronger than you think. Your mind is more powerful than you realize. And the moment you decide to shift the way you see your battle, you will start fighting it differently. You will stop seeing it as something to endure and start seeing it as something to conquer. And when that shift happens, when you start thinking differently, you will start winning. Because battles are not won by the strongest person, they are won by the person who refuses to be defeated. So if you want to change your battle, change your mind first. Think like a fighter. Think like someone who refuses to be beaten. Or think like someone who is learning, growing, and becoming stronger with every challenge. Because the moment you shift your mindset, the battle begins to shift too. And that is how you win. Growth never happens in comfort. It happens in resistance, in pressure, in struggle. The moments when you feel stretched beyond your limits, when life feels unfair. When you are faced with challenges you never asked for, those are the moments that shape you. But too many people run from resistance. They think struggle means they are failing, that difficulty is a sign they should stop, that hardship means they are not on the right path. In reality, the opposite is true. Resistance is not a roadblock. It's a signal that you are in the process of becoming something stronger. Think about how a seed becomes a tree. Before it ever breaks the surface, it has to push through layers of soil, through darkness, through pressure. That resistance is necessary for its roots to grow deep enough to support its future growth. Without that struggle underground, the tree would be weak, unable to withstand storms. You are no different. The resistance you are facing right now is strengthening your foundation. It may not feel like it, but every challenge, every setback, every painful moment is expanding your capacity to handle more, to stand stronger, to grow into the person you were meant to be. The biggest mistake people make when facing resistance is thinking that it means they should quit. They feel the pressure, the discomfort, and assume that it means they are on the wrong path. But growth is always uncomfortable. Ask any athlete, entrepreneur, or successful person, and they will tell you the same thing. Nothing worth having comes without struggle. The pain of pushing through is always temporary, but the strength you gain from it lasts forever. The people who achieve great things in life are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who faced resistance and refused to back down. Your body understands this principle even if your mind tries to resist it. When you exercise, your muscles grow only when they are challenged. If you lift the same light weights every day, your body never changes. But if you gradually increase the resistance, forcing your muscles to work harder, they adapt, becoming stronger, more powerful, more resilient. Life works the same way. If you never face difficulties, you never grow. If everything always went your way, you would never develop the strength, wisdom, or resilience needed for the bigger challenges that come with success and purpose. The problem is that resistance doesn't feel good in the moment. It feels heavy, frustrating, even painful. But if you can shift your mindset and see resistance as a tool rather than an obstacle, everything changes. Instead of dreading challenges, you start embracing them. Instead of fearing struggle, you recognize that it's necessary. And instead of seeing setbacks as failures, you start seeing them as proof that you are growing. Because the truth is, if you're facing resistance, it means you're making progress. It means you are stepping outside of your comfort zone, pushing past limits, becoming someone you weren't yesterday. This is why so many people stay stuck in life. They want growth, but they don't want the resistance that comes with it. They want strength, but they avoid the struggle required to build it. They want to change, but they don't want to go through the discomfort of transformation. So they settle. They shrink back. They choose comfort over progress, ease over strength, and in doing so, they rob themselves of their own potential. But you don't have to be one of those people. You can decide that resistance is not your enemy. You can decide that every time life pushes against you, it's actually pushing you forward. You can embrace the discomfort, knowing that it's leading you somewhere greater. The people who win in life are not the ones who had it easiest. They are the ones who refused to quit when it got hard. They are the ones who leaned into the resistance, who let it shape them instead of stopping them. So if you are in a season of struggle, if you feel like everything is working against you, I need you to hear this. You are growing. It may not be easy, but it is necessary. The resistance is making you stronger, preparing you for the next level, stretching you in ways you never would have stretched on your own. Do not let discomfort convince you to give up. Do not let difficulty make you doubt yourself. You are in the process of becoming something greater, and resistance is the proof. You are not going through this for nothing. Every battle, every setback, every painful moment is shaping you for something greater. It may not feel like it right now. It may feel like everything is falling apart, like you're stuck in a cycle of struggle with no end in sight. But nothing in life happens by accident. The challenges you're facing are not here to break you. They are here to build you. You are being shaped, prepared, and strengthened for something bigger than you can see right now. Think about a blacksmith forging a sword. The metal doesn't start out strong. It begins as something raw, something that can't withstand battle. To make it sharp and unbreakable, it must go through the fire. It must be heated, hammered, and shaped over and over again. The process is painful, but without it, the sword would be useless. You are that sword, the fire you are walking through, the pressure you are feeling. The moments that test you beyond your limits, they are not there to destroy you. They are there to refine you, to prepare you for what's ahead. Too often we see struggles as signs that we are failing. We think if life is hard, we must be on the wrong path. But what if the struggle is actually the evidence that you are on the right path? What if the challenges you're facing right now are actually preparing you for the purpose you were meant to fulfill? The most impactful people in the world are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who went through the fire, who endured the pressure, who refused to quit when things got hard. They came out on the other side stronger, wiser, and more capable than before.